Hey apprentices, welcome. So today we're going to unlock the ultimate toolkit for handling personal information, and that's the 8 rights of GDPR. Now I don't want you to think of these as some boring rules, okay? Think of them as your new superpowers.
I mean, let's be real for a second. Doesn't it sometimes feel like our personal info is just out there, doing its own thing, popping up in emails we definitely didn't sign up for, or, getting our address just slightly wrong? Well, guess what? GDPR is here to put you back in control.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We are going to equip you with 8, count them, 8, superpowers that GDPR gives to every single one of us. Getting a handle on these is your first big step to becoming a true data protection hero in your new role. All right, first up in your brand new toolkit are the powers that give you total visibility. These are all about being able to see what's going on behind the scenes with your data. No more guessing games.
So these two right here are a really powerful combo.
Think about it. The first one is like seeing the blueprint, what a company plans to do with your data. And the second one, that's your X-ray scan. It lets you see exactly what they actually have on you. It's all about transparency, front and center.
This one is basically your no surprises power. Companies have to be totally upfront from the get-go, usually in that privacy notice nobody reads. They have to tell you what they're collecting, why they need it, and how long they're planning to keep it. This is how you build trust right from the start.
And this power, this is where you get to check their work. It's officially called a Subject Access Request, or SAR, and it is your right to ask for a copy of absolutely everything they have on you, from your purchase history all the way to internal notes about your account.
And get this, they can't just leave you hanging. The moment you ask, a clock starts ticking. They have just 1 month. That's it, 1 month to gather all that data and give you a copy.
Okay, let's move on to the next set of powers in your toolkit. These are your action tools. They're for when data is just plain wrong, or maybe when it's just not needed anymore.
The key idea here is that data has to be 2 things, accurate and relevant. With these powers, you can fix what's wrong and you can shred what's old news.
Now this is so important. I mean, think about it. If a company has the wrong address for you, that could cause all sorts of headaches, right? This power makes sure that the information they're using to make decisions about you is actually correct.
Exactly. And while this example is pretty funny, the principle is dead serious. Getting those details right, whether it's an address or just your contact info, is absolutely fundamental to protecting data properly. I love this one. This is your digital poof button. If you close your account or you take back your consent, you can ask a company to just delete your data. But you gotta remember, this power isn't absolute. If they have a legal reason to keep it, well, the shredder might have to wait a little bit.
All right, now we're getting to the powers that really put you in the driver's seat. These give you direct, hands-on control over how your data is being actively used or what we call processed.
Just think of these 2 rights as your personal control switches. The right to restrict processing, that's kind of like a pause button you can hit during a dispute. But the right to object, that's a big, firm no button, especially for annoying things like direct marketing. So yeah, this is like putting your data in a timeout. If you're questioning whether the information they have is even accurate, or you've made an objection, you can request that they stop using it completely until the whole issue is sorted out. Ha! And there it is, that big no button we were talking about, the right to object. You have an absolute no questions asked right to stop your data from being used for direct marketing. Seriously, in a world full of targeted ads, this is your superpower, to just say no. When you hit unsubscribe, they have to listen immediately. Okay, let's check out the final and maybe the most advanced powers in your GDPR toolkit. These are all about freedom of movement for your data and, crucially, making sure there's a human in the loop for the big decisions. This power is so cool. It's designed to stop what's called data lock-in, where it's impossible to leave a service. It lets you take your data, your contacts, your photos, your music playlists, and move it to a competitor. Easy peasy. It's great for competition and gives you real freedom of choice. This one is basically your "can I please speak to a manager" power, but for the digital age. If some algorithm rejects your loan application or makes another huge decision about you, you have the right to get a human being to review that decision. So there you have it. We've just unlocked all 8 of your superpowers. But why is this so critical for you as an apprentice? Well, it's because handling data isn't just a technical task, it's a human one. Okay, let's do a quick recap of the full toolkit.
You've got the blueprint to be informed and the X-ray scan for access. You've got spell check to fix errors and the shredder for erasure. You have the pause button to restrict things and the big no button to object. And finally, the teleporter for moving your data and the super important human review for when robots make decisions. See? Each of these isn't just a rule, it's a way to show respect for the people whose data you're protecting.
At the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. Every single time you handle data the right way, whether you're helping a customer update their details or just cleaning up a marketing list, you are strengthening relationships and building your company's reputation.
And that is the real mission, isn't it? It's not just about knowing these rights exist. It's about thinking, how can I, in my specific job, be a superhero for data protection every single day? Now go out there and use your powers wisely. Thanks for tuning in.